My teacher told the whole class my deepest secret, so my mom ended her entire career. I have type 1 diabetes. I've had it since I was 9. Insulin pump, finger pricks, the whole thing. It's not something I'm ashamed of, but it's mine to share, not anyone else's. My school knew. Every teacher got a file at the start of each year explaining my condition. I was allowed to check my blood sugar during class, eat snacks if my levels dropped, and leave for the nurse if I needed to. Simple accommodation. Never had a single issue with any teacher for 6 years. Then I got Mr. Declan for junior year biology. He was one of those teachers who thought being strict made him impressive. No phones, no talking, no exception. He liked control. The first week, my blood sugar dropped during his class. I felt it coming, the shaking hands, the cold sweat, the brain fog. I quietly pulled a granola bar from my bag and started eating it. He stopped his lecture mid-sentence. "Excuse me, what do you think you're doing?" I said softly. "I need to eat. I have a medical condition." He walked over to my desk, picked up my granola bar, and threw it in the trash. No food in my classroom. No exception. I told him it was in my file. He said, "I don't care what's in your file. My room, my rules." I went to the nurse. She called him. He didn't answer. The next week, I felt another drop coming. This time, I raised my hand and asked to go to the nurse. He said, "You were just there last week. You're not going anywhere." I started shaking. A girl next to me whispered, "Are you okay?" That's when he did it. He stood at the front of the room and said loudly, "Everyone, since she keeps disrupting my class, you should all know she apparently has diabetes and thinks that means she gets special treatment." 30 kids staring at me. Some looked sorry. Some looked uncomfortable. A few laughed. I sat there, frozen. He'd just announced my medical condition to an entire classroom without my permission. I didn't tell my mom right away. I was embarrassed. Felt like it was somehow my fault for being a problem. But my hands kept shaking in his class, even when my sugar was fine. I started skipping his period, sitting in the bathroom instead. My grades dropped. My mom noticed. She asked me what was going on, and I just started sobbing. Told her everything. She sat there very still, didn't say a word until I finished. Then she picked up her phone and made one call. My mom is a civil rights attorney specializing in medical privacy and disability law. She'd spent 18 years fighting hospitals and corporations. She'd never once used her job for personal reasons. That changed in about 4 minutes. Within 48 hours, she had my full accommodation file, confirmation that Mr. Declan received and signed the document acknowledging my condition in August, security footage of him throwing away my food, and written statements from 6 students in my class confirming he disclosed my diagnosis publicly. She filed 3 complaints simultaneously, one with the school board, one with the Office for Civil Rights under Section 504, and one lawsuit against Mr. Declan personally and the district for violating FERPA, ADA protections, medical privacy laws, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. The school tried to make it go away, offered a quiet settlement. My mom refused. She wanted his deposition under oath. She wanted it on record. In his deposition, he admitted he read my file. He admitted he knew about my condition. When asked why he disclosed it to the class, he said, "I was frustrated. She was being disruptive." When asked if he had medical training, he said no. When asked if he understood FERPA protections for student medical record, he said, "I'm a teacher, not a lawyer." My mom replied, "That's correct, and I am." It settled 4 months later. $410,000. The district paid $310,000. Mr. Declan owed $100,000 personally. His union refused to cover him because he'd knowingly violated assigned accommodation and federal privacy laws. He was fired. Lost his teaching license in our state. Last I heard, he's working at a hardware store. My mom used the money to pay off our mortgage and start a college fund for me and my little brother. Every time I pass that school, I think about how he threw my granola bar in the trash. Now he's stocking shelves. I graduated with honors.